Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm UncleLander. This is Gran Turismo 2 PAL version GT Sim mode, pick your evil. On the last episode, we have managed to complete the entire Pure Sports Car Cup, and on today's episode, we are going to go and defeat the K-Car Cup competition. We basically managed to unlock a new setup of cars in the used car dealership, and in the Suzuki we have the best car that you can use for the K-Cup competition, Suzuki Cappuccino, with 61 brake horsepower, 700 kilograms of weight, and front engine rear car drive. K-Car Cup is basically, you cannot have a larger displacement than 660cc. There's also a size requirement when it comes to what defines a K-Car Cup, but if there's a one stat that you need to follow, is just the displacement. Even if you don't really necessarily have to follow the displacement requirements or anything like this. You can bring any car as long as the horsepower fits. But I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna do it a little bit with a little bit more fun. I'm gonna test out this car on 400, 1000, and one lap of the test course first. Vanilla unmodified car as per usual. Let's see what this car can bring to the table. 100 kilometers an hour in the fourth gear. That's pretty decent for a little car like this. With time of 19 seconds, almost 20 seconds. Sadly, unranked. I am not expecting this car to get ranked at any of the tests that we are currently performing on this car. I also don't believe I'm gonna modify this car that lethally. I don't really think that the gearbox is gonna be a necessity for this car. I don't really think that suspension, maybe buying a suspension is gonna be good, but modifying the suspension is gonna be that required. Definitely gonna go for super soft tires, but even before we're gonna start modifying this car for the K-Cup competition, we're gonna go for the 1000 meters right now. Little 61 brake horsepower engine, but it already squeezes 130 kilometers an hour. 135 for the fifth gear, which is the final gear for this car, with 144 kilometers an hour in time of 36.6 seconds. Which I'm pretty sure it's not gonna place it anywhere. This car is gonna remain unranked. It just doesn't have enough power to do that much. Well, let's check the maximum power output. Well, maybe not power output, but maximum speed that this little engine that can actually do. And there we go, 5th gear, starting at 135 kilometers an hour. Let's see what this cute little thing can do. If this thing is gonna reach 200 kilometers an hour, I'm gonna be amazed. It definitely has some top-notch acceleration. $177 kilometers an hour, 180 is a guaranteed. Are we gonna reach 185? Yeah, nope, 184 kilometers an hour. This is the maximum power output that this little thing can do. It's not gonna push, I'm not gonna push it any further. I think for the K-Cup competition, this is gonna do just fine. I'm thinking, why not? Let's fully customize this car, but without the racing modification. Let's make this already a pretty tiny and insane car even more insane. So probably the adjustments to the suspension into the gearbox are gonna be very, very minimal. I'm not gonna screw around with this car too much. And with 184 kilometers an hour, sadly it is still unranked, but still wins a special place in our hearts. Alright, so the K-Cup car has 3 races, one of them which is categorized with 195 or 147 kilometers an hour. Let's actually make sure of that. Lightweight K-Cup car. Rome, yeah, it's a Rome short course with 147 brake horsepower, and the Seattle short course in Tahiti Road that's gonna have 98 brake horsepower limit. We're gonna beat this race starting with Seattle, continuing with Tahiti Road, and finishing in the Rome short circuit. So, without further ado, we got enough money, let's modify this car. First, we're gonna start with the internal modifications. Brakes, suspension, gearbox, drivetrain, tires, maybe even weight, even though this car is already weighing less than a feather, but we're going crazy, we're going crazy. Adjusting the gearbox on this thing is gonna be a little bit fun. I think I'm gonna put it on the setting of 4 and that's it. I'm gonna just stick with that. And it might be even too much. Might be even too wide, so maybe, yeah, but I mean 4, that should be good enough. Or like, give or take 100 brake horsepower. It even has a propeller shaft, the carbon propeller shaft. This car's gonna be super quick. Okay, suspension. As always, take the professional. No other suspension is actually worth it. Tires, always super softs. I want to, by the way, modifications. I misclicked. Let's make the car that weighs less than a feather, weighing even less than a feather. If that sentence even makes sense. Which in my little baby head, it does. Okay, so we have 61 brake horsepower by default. The maximum power output that we can get for the next 2 races is 98. 66 with the muffler. 67 with the computer, 70 with a full balancing tune, same amount of power with the port grinding. What an upgrade, man. What an upgrade. Okay, so we cannot put a natural aspirated tuning for this, as well as we cannot increase the displacement. Let's check if we can put the intercooler, which we can, to increase the power of this car to 73 brake horsepower. And now the turbine kit. The first turbine kit can increase up the power of the car from 73 to 128. I guess we're gonna buy the first turbine kit, but that's gonna happen later. Right now we're gonna have to be happy with 73 brake horsepower. Let's take this car to the K-Cup competition. I think the 4 is gonna be already too much even. Let's start with the Cielo short course. Unregular start of this, but it's gonna work. I don't even know how to modify this car. This car is already gonna perform very good. Seriously, ever so slight adjustments. Maybe this. Yeah, let's go for 4. Yeah, this car is not really that powerful to very heavily modify this car, so slight adjustments should do just fine. Okay, let's go for the first race, Seattle short course. Seattle, that's Seattle. I don't know why I say Seattle. When I try to say Seattle very fast, it just comes out that way. Look at this little thing. It looks like a toy. I'm so used to driving faster cars that I'm braking so hard over here, which is not even required anymore. Oh, this car just sticks to the road. Why do I even brake with this car? This car just... It just grips so well. TD Road is gonna be so easy to win. And I don't even have to... I don't really think I need to adjust the gearbox of this car. This setting is perfect for it. I have no confidence in this car. I'm correcting so much. I will need to spend more time with this car to actually gain some more confidence and trust this car that when it starts turning, it's not gonna go over the board. And there we go, one race with 1 minute and 10 on the second lap and 1:20 on the first. with me at the first, Subaru Vivio in the second, Mitsubishi Minica Dagon at third, Suzuki AutoWorks at fourth, Honda Beat at fifth, which is surprisingly a very awful car, and Suzuki AutoWorks Sports at sixth. Like, you would think that a middle-engine rear-drive car that is Honda Beat would actually perform pretty well here. It doesn't. It doesn't. It is just not a great car. Alright, new car 1. Let's go for the second race at Tahiti Road. And I have noticed something, the music is not playing. It should. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna increase the volume a little bit of it. It seems like the song, basically there was like a long pause between the songs. Well, happens. Let's go. For a second I thought that we had some technical issues, thankfully that didn't happen. By the way, this episode, like every other Gran Turismo 2 episode, is recorded live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UncleLander, links in the description. And we got also another Suzuki Cappuccino and Mazda AZ1 in this race. But I think we should not really have that many other problems with all of the drivers over here. Unless it's uphill. Yes, the uphill driving, definitely not the best. Hello Jazz, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. Glad to see everybody this Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. First lap at 1 minute 34.261. And I think it's the other Cappuccino that's right now gaining the speed and trying to catch up to me. The AI Cappuccino in this race is a pretty challenging foe if you're not going to bring the right car. Hello, Atomic. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the soundtrack of the Gran Turismo 2 is very good. Sadly, I cannot play it. I had to replace it with a music that can be played on Twitch and YouTube. Because the soundtrack for Gran Turismo 1, 2, and any other Gran Turismos are made basically by like real official artists. And that would get me a copyright claim, so it is what it is. I'm using the alternative. It's also a pretty decent alternative when you think about it. I'm doing pretty good, hope you're doing well. And we finished the race, the second lap, with 1 minute 19.923. With Suzuki Cappuccino, mine on the first place, the Imposter on the second, Mazda AZ1 Ace Speed on the third, Suzuki KS at the fourth, Suzuki AutoWorks at fifth, and Daihatsu Curor, or Cure, I don't really know how to pronounce this, at the sixth. Yeah, so Cappuccino is a great car, the best K car in the game, period. And new car required. And now we need to prepare our car for the races, for the race with 147 brake horsepower maximum limitation. So let's go for it. In the game, yes. In the game, yes. But Mazda Autosan is definitely a second strongest. And I already have it because I need to have it for one of the manufacturer events. And we are going with the Turbo Stage 1 to increase our power of our car from 73 to 128 brake horsepower for the cheap money amount of 4,000. Let's go finish the last race of the K-Car Cup. And we're gonna increase the power output of this car. Not power output, but the gearing on this car. Because it seems like 4 is a little too little. Let's increase it to 6. And let's be jumping to the race at the Rome Short course. Give the other Cappuccino a little bit of a push. Not that he really required it in the first place, but he gets it anyway. A free gift from the company. Oh, how nice to beaten. I'm not really the biggest fan of this corner over here. Never managed to really like properly get into this. But this time it actually looked pretty decent, all things considered. Yeah, I decided to use brakes over here a lot. Way too used to higher powered cars, especially the ones with the downforce. I could increase the gearing on this car even more now. From the current 6 to even 8, I believe. But overall, the other settings, I think are pretty fine. Wow. Only I could be so talented. That, oh my goodness. Only I could be so talented to not only crash a low-power car, but also spin it. Almost at the very end of the race. Okay, yeah. Happens to the best of us, I say. So yeah, I won the race, miraculously. Yeah, I knew I'm gonna win. I mean, shit, that was just showing off. The other Cappuccino is in the second place, Daihatsu Move at third, Daihatsu Opti at fourth, Mitsubishi Minica at fifth, and Daihatsu Cure at the sixth place. I mean, I knew for a fact I'm gonna win because I'm such a professional in this game, you know, just, you know, make it a little bit let's just make it a little bit exciting for everybody. UncleLander, the only guy in Gran Turismo 2 history who managed to spin a 128 brake horsepower car. Oh boy. And with that, we K Car Cup. There we go. Jesus, K Car Cup. K Car Cup. There we go. Let's check the rewards for this. And we have managed to win Mazda Demio A-Spec from 97, which has 99 brake horsepower, but it's not going to be very useful for us. So, actually, there is a Demio race for Mazda. So, it is going to be useful. The next car we have is a Mugen CRX Mark II, which would be decent. Sadly, it's not gonna bring a lot of power when it comes to the front wheel, front drive car. And it's not even... I think it would be a car from the 80s, but again, I need something that is maybe a little bit more powerful. I might keep it, but in worst case, I'm gonna sell it. And the last car that I'm definitely gonna sell is a Honda Mugen Beat. Beats me how this car can be even considered as a reward. You only get 2,000 for it anyway. And with that, that's the end of this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Twitch, we're still gonna continue on with the stream, but people of YouTube, this is the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, stop at a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. All the links for my socials can be found in the description as well as in the pinned comment down below. Music that is currently playing in the background is made by Car Casey at ybytestudio.com. That's his official webpage, and Ybyte Studio, it's his YouTube channel. Consider subscribing to him too, because he provided music that we can all hear now in the background. Once again, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.